Welcome to Healthy Vegan Living. Today I'm going to show you how to make vanilla sugar. It's fairly simple. All you need is sugar, in this case vegan sugar, a vanilla bean, hopefully Madagascar grade A, and that's it. Come see how I do this. I think you'll find it super interesting.
Welcome to Healthy Vegan Living, a whole food plant-based lifestyle.
Now, vanilla sugar is well known in Europe. You can go to any grocery market and you can buy vanilla sugar. It's not a big deal. It's on the shelves. But here in the United States, vanilla sugar is just not that popular. And vanilla sugar is really inexpensive to make. About $1.40 for the vanilla bean, grade A of course, and maybe your sugar. And all we're going to do today is make 1 cup of sugar, vanilla sugar. There are 2 ways to make vanilla sugar. You can use a vanilla bean, or you can use vanilla extract. There are many other ways to be able to make vanilla sugar. For example, if you have the vanilla sugar, your regular, in this case, organic sugar with no bone char, vegan sugar, you can place it in a jar, such like this. Once you put your vanilla bean into it, then that sugar can take up to 2 to 3 months to completely taste wonderful, that vanilla flavor. That's one way. Or you can add vanilla extract to it, and you can add instant vanilla sugar. Okay, there's some differences that you need to know about. If you're making vanilla sugar, all you do need is some kind of container. You can use a mason jar. I use a small little jar. And of course, you'll need your sugar and of course your vanilla bean. In this video, that's what we're going to use first. So today I'm going to show you the step-by-step on how to make your vanilla sugar. So, step 1, you need to cut your vanilla bean. Step 2, you need to measure 1 cup of sugar. This is vegan sugar with no bone char. It's Marina pure cane sugar. I buy it in bulk at Sam's Club. You need to make sure you have enough sugar to fit the jar. Notice how I didn't fill it all the way through. You need to be able to leave room for shaking. You need, these are all clean. You need to have a cap. Now you won't see that portion that's being shaken, but when you put the vanilla bean, this is going to be the action that you're going to use. You have to buy this jar, and you have to experiment, and you have to find the one that seals in your vanilla sugar. Otherwise, you're going to lose your flavor while you're waiting for it. It's got a good seal on it, it's not leaking, so it'll be okay. Alright, so once you have your jar full of sugar, then you return what's not going to be used. You put your sugar back in here, and then you're going to go to the next step, which is getting the vanilla bean flavor into your little jar. I'm going to move the camera closer. You can see how I do this. Alright, so the next step you do, pull away your sugar, you take your bean and you turn it flat. You use a sharp knife and you cut it down the center. Then you lay it open. All that delicious goodness is inside this bean. You can see it, some of it on my thumb. And what you do is you take your knife and you scrape it into the measuring cup. like so. And I'm going to show you this like that for a reason. Alright, now you can't obviously leave your vanilla bean like this. It's going to let go of its beautiful freshness. It's going to be lost. And you can see that this vanilla bean is, so what you could do, for example, is you could cut it in half. Put all of this inside here. Remember, we left some of the area open on the top. Put the vanilla bean inside. Alright, let's just bend it some like this. Close this really, really good. And then you just do this. And by shaking it, what you're doing is infusing the vanilla in the sugar. This is the long way. You leave it like this, you stick it in your cupboard in a cool, dry place, for example, my pantry, and that's it. In 3 months, you're going to have delicious vanilla sugar. But what happens, say you don't want to wait. You don't want to wait 3 months. You want your vanilla sugar now. But you don't want to use vanilla extract. What do? That's the next step. The next step, you get a blender out. You pour your sugar in. Including the vanilla pods and the vanilla beans, and you pulse it. Now, what happens if you were to completely grind, you would end up with, and it would be a powder, and it would be vanilla, and so what you're going to do, you're going to pulse it. Now, what you can do to help yourself is you can take the vanilla bean and cut it in small pieces, big enough so that if you needed to use it, your vanilla in a recipe, you can pull them out. So what I've done is I've cut the vanilla bean in about 1-inch sizes. Then you put it back into your blender and you pulse it. You do not grind it. Then you have it a good start, and you put it back into your container. And now you have vanilla sugar. And you could mark it on it saying vanilla sugar. Now, I've been told that once you start making this sugar, it is so magnificent you never want to go back to it. Now, it does taste a little bit like the vanilla rather than the sugar. And it does impart a delicious flavor that you can add to your baking. You can put it in your morning coffee. You can add it any place you have to have sugar, for example. I'm very happy with this. And what I'm going to be doing with the rest of the sugar is I'm going to leave it in this jar, put one of those fancy labels, and write on it vanilla sugar. And of course the date. Now it takes about 3 months to completely infuse into the sugar, and it will be even more pronounced than it is right now. And this, I think, is a worthy and a really good thing to have in your kitchen. More importantly, you made it for $1.40 a bean, including your sugar. Now, I buy 10 pounds, 15 pounds of sugar. So you're making this for almost nothing. And if you buy it at the vanilla store, you're going to be paying a very high price for it. And it all depends on what kind of vanilla bean, whether they use grade A or grade B. They all are different tastes. Well, thanks so much for watching us. For people who have been watching my channel, you know I've just lost my mother and I'm working my way through it. We're still trying to decide what to do. We're not making any plans. Again, thank you for watching us and always supporting us. And we look forward to seeing you in our next video. Bye-bye.
If you like what you see, subscribe. And if you like this video, give us a thumbs up. Thank you for watching.